What is the main reason you believe that people should be avoiding plants in their diet?
I think it's because most people, without realizing it, have really serious bad reactions to eating plants, allergic reactions, immune function, dysfunction reactions, all sorts of stuff goes on. I think because of the consuming of plants. People shouldn't eat plants because we're not biologically designed for it, despite what many people will tell you.
Now, you're a scientist in the field of nutrition and human physiology. There are many advocates online that talk about how red meat is harmful for us. Have you ever seen a study that demonstrates this?
No, there aren't any. They do not exist. Any cause and effect claim in science has to be backed up with evidence collected according to the scientific disciplines. When you're talking about cause and effect, that means experimental studies undertaken under observation and control. None of those exist. You can't get those through ethics. You can't do such studies.
Allegedly, there are many studies that do show meat being bad for us. Obviously, there's this issue with healthy user bias. Can you explain to the people at home who are unaware what healthy user bias is and the problems that it presents when it comes to these studies?
Sure. A person who is thinking of themselves as healthy, wanting to be healthy, etc., is generally a person who will do all the things that are promoted to the public as being things that are good for you. Some of the things that are being promoted as generally good and positive for you really are, and they have a massive impact on your life. For example, things like not smoking cigarettes, not drinking alcohol to excess, moderating your intake of coffee, getting some physical activity during the week, etc., 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 etc. So overall, on all the different things that can affect a person's outcome in terms of their life, their balance is generally positive. Now, then we look at, well, these people also tend to take in more fruits and vegetables, so that must be good too. Except there's no cause and effect experimental evidence to back that claim up. It's just an association. Why do people who are generally healthy eat more fruit and vegetables? Because they're told they should. Do the fruit and vegetables actually cause the health improvement? Almost certainly not, it seems.
Mhm. So essentially, the problem with these studies is they sort of have two groups of people: the meat and processed food group versus the fruits and vegetables group. And so the issue arises as a result of people saying that it's the vegetables making them healthy, when in reality it's just the fact that they're not eating the ultra processed garbage.
Right. And
Awesome.
probably doing a bunch of other things that make them tend to be more healthy, like getting some exercise, not smoking, not drinking, not having too much coffee. Usually they're higher socioeconomic folks who therefore have less stressed lives, and that can have a real effect on your health over time. Um, all sorts of things. These are all things that we call confounds, covariates, and collinearities, if you want the technical jargon. I know you guys don't necessarily, so we won't go there, but basically it's falsely pinning cause and effect on a relationship.
Hmm.
The
So,
first thing they teach you when you go to any university to do any kind of science-based degree, probably in the first half hour of your first morning, they'll say, now listen, if X is correlated with Y, or if X and Y share some relationship, that doesn't mean that the cause of Y is X, or vice versa.
mhm.
I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So essentially, we know plants have these toxins, these defense compounds in them that are harmful for us. We know meat presents none of these. We've never seen meat demonstrated as being bad. So based on that alone, we should only eat meat. Then people will say, well, can we get everything we need from meat? Is there a single nutrient that we cannot get in sufficient quantities from our diets being 100% meat?
Mm. The answer is no, there isn't. There's nothing you can't get from meat that you need.
Wow. You've made that very simple. I guess that answers everyone's questions.